things I've heard you say are how work makes you feel very stressed and how you're taking that home with you. And can you describe how you think that's affecting your family?
Yeah, family is really important to me, and I'm very gracious and very happy to have my husband and my son. Um, and I just feel like
So it's good to see you again.
good to see you too.
I'm glad that we're here, and I hope you're feeling okay. And so, what we're going to talk about is how last time in our last session we kind of got into how work was a little stressful and seemed a little anxious about some of the things that were happening at work. So, can you kind of go into how work was this week for you?
Yeah, I wish I could tell you work went better, but I'm still very stressed out about going into work and feeling like this whole business is on my shoulders and not really knowing how the day is going to go, if clients are going to appreciate the work we do at the salon. So um, I still get really stressed out, and it's just something that's really hard to deal with.
Right. Okay. So, um, when you're thinking about work, can you give me a description of how you're feeling at that time?
Yeah, I feel really stressed out just um, thinking about how to make our clients happy, and I just don't. I want my employees to care, and these employees, they really take for granted the grace I give them, and I try and pay them really well, and it's there's just so much on my plate, and I want to be able to make everyone happy, and I can't.
Okay. So I saw a lot there. I saw that you physically seemed
Yeah.
very emotional and very anxious, like kind of rubbing your face a little bit, took your glasses off. I don't know if you noticed that. But so, what we're going to go ahead and do, if this is okay with you, we're going to take a couple seconds, just kind of do a relaxation, kind of like we started at the end of the session last
Yeah.
time. So, do you think that's okay?
Yeah, it's probably beneficial.
All right. So, go ahead and close your eyes. And I want you to think about work and how you just felt very anxious just a second ago and very overwhelmed. And I want you to go ahead and clench up your fist really, really hard just for a few seconds. And then I want you to go ahead and take a deep breath and let go of your fists as you're thinking about letting go of that anxiety and that frustration as you let go of your fists and think about kind of relaxing and seeing that in a different way. After we did that relaxation exercise, how are you feeling now?
I'm feeling calmer. I feel like I can better talk about what's happening at work and hopefully talk a little bit more about my stress without getting really hot blooded. And I feel like it'll be better for this session.
Okay, good, good. Okay, so moving forward, I see, like we talked about, you have a lot of things that make you anxious at work. And how about we talk about a few of those events that are happening at work or what's happening at work that makes you feel that way?
Yeah, so I would say I feel anxious when I notice my employees like not making sure that they're giving really good customer service, and I feel really anxious when I think about like not being able to pick up my son on time from daycare because I'm trying to finish up everything at work, and I would also say I feel anxious sometimes just when I wake up and thinking about going to work and having to leave my husband and my son, and just feeling like there's so many problems I have to deal with.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is now that we've kind of assessed some of these events, what we're going to do is I'm going to try an exercise with you, if that's okay. It's to kind of like desensitize some of this anxiety from these situations that you're having. So what we're going to do is I'm going to give you this piece of paper here, and we're going to label the levels of anxiety that you have about going to work. So you're going to label it from 1 to 100, and the 100 being the highest anxiety, what gives you the most anxiety at being at work or doing things at work, and 1 being the first part of your day that you feel anxious about going to work.
Okay,
so go ahead and write down a few of those. We're going to go ahead and we're going to try the technique that we've started out here. So we're going to go through some of these situations that you've written down. And once you feel anxious and once you have that feeling of anxiety, I want you to go ahead and put that finger up. So you're telling me that you're feeling that, and then we're going to go ahead and try to change the way that you feel about that. Get that anxiety level to go down, okay?
Okay.
So go ahead and close your eyes. And I want you to think about going to work. I want you to wake up, and I want you to think that you're about to go to work and you're waking up, okay? And now I want you to go ahead and take a deep breath. Now I want you to clench your fists as you're thinking about going to work and you're feeling anxious. Now I want you to let go of that and wipe it out of your mind as you let go of your fists, as you let go of your breathing in and out. Okay, now what we're going to do is try it again. We're going to try to see if we can change that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to say that you're waking up now. Now you're waking up again, and it's a new morning. It's a great day to get started, and now your alarm's going off, and you're thinking about going to work. As you wake up next to your husband, you're thinking about going to work, and now you're telling your husband that you're going to go to work. And Kyle, I feel like we made really great progress today. Do you feel like that?
Yeah, I feel like I can kind of use these relaxation techniques at work, especially when I'm feeling stressed out in between clients. So I still feel like we've got some ways to go, but I feel better.
Yeah, we were able to get you to think about leaving for work and talking to your husband about leaving for work without any anxiety, and that was a really great step. I hope you feel very strong about that.
Yeah,
And
thank you.
I think that we also talked a little bit about how, so we're getting better at getting focused on how to take down that level of anxiety at work. Now, I know you and your husband also both talked about how you have picked up smoking as something that is a habit to kind of level your stress. And so that's also something that you're wanting to change, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like it's having a negative effect on my family, especially my son. So it's definitely a behavior that I'd hopefully like to correct.
Right. So that's something that we can look forward to in our next couple of sessions is after we keep working on getting your work situation and your anxiety level down, maybe in the future we can see ourselves working together on trying to eliminate your smoking or decrease the amount of smoking that you're having.
Yeah, that sounds really good.